Crimsonclad.
Hi. Let's try that. Hey guys, welcome. I have not gotten anything set up because of course I fucking haven't, but welcome to Fullforce Radio. My name is Crimsonclad. I'm gonna have to do the tweet twat. I failed. I had this cool plan that I was gonna get all of the social media set up this week, and then I remembered it's best friend visits week and I did nothing, and I've been drunk all week, and I'm so excited because now it's gonna be birthday week. It's birthday week, friends! This is exciting! So, hey, tonight we're going to do some Crimson nepotism. We're going to play a bunch of tracks that you guys like. We're going to try not to overheat and die because it's another heat wave in Vancouver. And we're going to have a whole lot of fun. So if that's good for you, it's good for me. And we should do exactly that. So let's give it 1 second for everybody to hop on in here. I'm double checking that everything looks good across all of the streams out in the universe. I'm going to press the button on Vim TV, and we'll get her moving. Jonathan Carter, YouTube running. Yay! Actually awake! Yay! So I don't know if anybody's going to show up because here's the deal. I've been doing a really bad job of sharing the fucking show. So let's make a tweet. Let's do the Vim. It's birthday stream today. Hooray! It's birthday stream. So, in the background, I'm going to reconnect to the Trovo connection because I blew that. But tell me about your week. Tell me what's been going on. And when I say Crimson nepotism, I have a very specific idea of what that looks like. And that is, I basically have a whole bunch of songs that have red or crimson or are about wicked ladies. And I think, fuck yeah, that's a great idea for a playlist. So perfect. I have it. I got it. We're doing it. It's happening. All right. So let's pretend we're a good DJ. We'll go to Twitter and we'll do the thing with the stuff. We'll put the thing in the stuff and the things. And we'll see if we can't convince a couple more of our buddies to show up, right? This used to be the most packed house. Now, you know, I will say one of the biggest problems is that it's summer. People have lives. How dare you? How did this happen? How did all of you guys get, like, cool stuff to do and cool lives and, you know, the weather is good and you want to be outside, you bastards. It's fabulous, but at the same time, how dare you? All right, so let's quickly do what we need to do. So let's say birthday stream. And then let's also fix that with the caveat of, I don't know what that means. Or what we're doing. But we'll have a heck of a time anyhow. Right? That's convincing. All right, so there we go. I've saved the thing. I've made a post. I'll do the tweet during the first song, and we shall live. We shall live again. Yay! Happy birthday! It's not my actual birthday today. Oh, for fuck sakes! You got good news from the doctor, and your grandpa died. I'm very sorry, but you're fine, okay? And you went to work with your bestie, so that's cool. That is a cool life. But I'm hoping that the good news from your doctor is unrelated to your grandpa, and more related to your ongoing recovery with your own personal injuries. Don't forget, rock on. Okay, so in any case, there we are. Boy, it is quiet though. It is quiet. What's happening? How do we bring all the love back, kids? How do we bring all the love back? But it's not my actual birthday today. I will not be giving out the exact date of my birthday, but the reality is a lot of people around here know it. It doesn't matter. Listen, we need any opportunity to celebrate each other. This is the closest Fullforce Radio to my birthday. My birthday is over the next couple days, over the weekend. So fuck it. It counts. I say so. And it may even be like, we'll find something on a website somewhere and one of you guys will want it and I'll send it to you for my birthday. That's how it works, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let me do, yay, happy birthday week. That's right. And no birthday and no doggo pics. Well, then leave, Blue. I don't care. Here's the deal. It's so hot in my office. I was going to say, it is terrible news, Viking Adventure. It is so hot in my office. Bringing them up here and keeping them in here is like really torturous for dogs. And also for big dogs, maybe you do know, maybe you don't know, but if you don't know, you're about to know. For big dogs, heat is really quite dangerous. Dogs don't have a good mechanism for cooling themselves off. And so when you see a dog panting, essentially the only thing they can do is pant or cool themselves through their feet, which is why they lay around a lot in the summer. You want a new body. This one's broken so badly. That's sad, John. That's sad. So the reality is bringing them up in here and just putting them in a baking hot room. I'm okay. I can crack a bad for me drink and, turn a fan on and whatever. But my dogs, to bring them up in here, it's actually quite dangerous. Anything above 25 degrees is actually pretty dangerous for a large dog. It becomes to the point where they actually aren't super capable of cooling themselves down. And that's sad. That's fucking sad. So, I have my dogs. I love my dogs. I prefer not to completely bake my dogs on live stream, even if it is very entertaining for you guys. I'm sure you would actually not enjoy it all that much. So let us do some stuff tonight. A balmy 32 here. Yeah, okay. So it was 34 degrees here in Vancouver today. And I'm not 100% sure what it is out in where I live, but sort of around the mid areas of the province, and not even the hot areas of the province, it was around 34. So yeah, she hot. It's not my cup of tea. What can I say? I'm not built for heat. Maybe it's a ginger thing. Maybe it's a anarchist. Hi. Oh, anarchist over on Theta, where he should be, where I should also be, where I'm not. We'll come back to that. One of these days I'll figure it out, my man. So yeah, we'll do the birthday stream. We'll play a lot of fun music. We'll do some Crimson nepotism, and I will try not to overheat and pass out. And that sounds like a good plan to me. And then potentially, yeah, maybe we can send some stuff around from one of a place that can a place that can actually ship to you, because I've had no luck sending things out. You love heat. You're a wild man. Anarchist, what's hot for you? Because I know you live in a warmer place than I do. So you tell me, what kind of heat do you like? I'm curious, because heat is on a sliding scale. For show. And then I will pull up my big playlist full of great music. We'll see if we can lure people over, because man, I got some good stuff tonight. It's freezing here right now. Okay, but I also feel like freezing is another relative term, because, parts of Canada, if you're in Corbin's part of Canada, freezing is freezing. If you're in my part of Canada, freezing is like, so I need to know. And as for the rest of you, I hope you are staying cool and calm and collected. So I'm going to put myself on air, because I haven't been doing that since pretty much forever. There we go. 40 degrees Celsius is about your limit. Yeah, that's my limit. I fucking agree. That's awful. Oh, anarchist, that's awful. That's fucking awful. All right. So I'm going to start with a track. I am going to make a tweet. I'm going to try and get some more people in here. The Discord is very quiet, and that's not a bad thing, but it does make me sad, because if we're going to do it, we're going to fucking do it. And we'll see how long we last in the heat. In the heat this evening. Look at this stupid tan. Do you have a stupid tan? You do have a stupid tan. You've a worker's tan, sir. You do. All right, so here's the deal. Like I said, tonight's playlist, it's 17 degrees Celsius right now. Oh, I wish. For me, like 20 to 22 degrees is like beautiful. If it's gonna be hot, there's gotta be a breeze, and there's not right now. It's fucking still. It's still and oppressive, and the sun is angry and it hates you. Yeah, I agree. 17 is prime. Completely agreed. All right. So nobody comes to Fullforce Radio to talk about the weather, but we always end up doing it, because I'm a little bitch and I'm always complaining about the weather. But I am doing Crimson Nepotism tonight. And so what that is I have basically picked out a bunch of songs that either have the word red or crimson in the titles. They are a critical part of the song itself, or there's a couple of songs that kind of that kind of branch out a little bit, and they're just mostly about spooky, scary babes. So, you know, I'm allowed, God damn it, I'm allowed. So that's how tonight's going to go. There is no other rhyme or reason. And depending on how we, come for the music, start with the small talk. Sometimes the small talk is what people want. Most of the time, not really. And that's fine. So my birthday celebration is I'm just going to inundate you with music that I love. It's exactly the same as every other week. It's almost like Fullforce Radio is a giant masturbatory exercise in all of the things that I love and most of the things that are heavy metal, wherever you guys might be going. So where should we start? And I thought, okay, God damn it, let's start with some kind of fun. I'm gonna play you a band. Yes, masturbatory. It's very masturbatory. It's a pleasuring me, basically, is of the term. You did not mishear. That is it's a very apt adjective. Have you never heard of this? It's something as masturbatory. Ailstorm. Oh God. Good God, Sepsin, I'm glad you're here, but at the same time, oh no, I'm not doing Ailstorm again. I did Ailstorm last week. That's crazy. I actually basically listened to your request. It took me 2 weeks to get to your request, but I did the request. So at that, you need to just count your blessings. Buy a lottery ticket, because it probably won't happen again. It might, Fozzy. No. I mean, I have mad respect for Ozzy, but everything he's been doing recently is not my cup of tea. So Listen, let me tell you about the artist I'm going to play. And I'm literally going to, I'm going to play you a band from fucking India. Okay? I'm going to play you not just a band from India, I'm going to play you a band from Bangalore. And now, the last time I played Indian metal for you, the last time I played Middle Eastern metal for you, it had those flavors of the Middle East. It was very much Middle Eastern kind of jam, and it had that sort of Asiatic kind of vibe. Tonight, no. This band is amazing. They're called Cryptos, and they are self-described as raging traditional heavy metal with the spirit and attitude of the glorious 80s. Well, hot damn, how can you argue with that? You can't argue with that. That's fucking fantastic. And actually, these guys are super fun. They toured around Europe in 2019, which of course was kind of like, you know, the last of that, and they've been on hold like everybody else since then. But 2021, they're pretty excited about this year. They got more music coming out. They put out 5 solid albums, and it's good, fun stuff. So I figured, let's start there. Let me play you guys some Cryptos. They put out an album called Red Dawn, and the title track from it is called Red Dawn. That fits with tonight's Crimson nepotism, and as such, it is how we will lead off Fullforce Radio tonight. Heavy metal, a little bit of Sass, a whole lot of fun. I'm going to do the tweet twat thing because most people that come and hop over and check things out, and I do see quite a few of you are now hop to the YouTube and other places, which is great. But we need more people. A party's not a party without more people. So I'm going to pretend that I'm a good DJ. I'm going to share the live stream. I'm going to get more people in here. And then I'm going to jam a bunch of awesome fucking music right in your ears. Gently. Consensually. In a birthday fashion, right? All right, so here we go. Track's called Red Dawn. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. And we'll get a couple hours of heat death and heavy metal started right here, right now on MSP Waves.
It's black darkness in the city tonight. The heavens are lit, a threatening sight. Startling silence, shattered by a piercing scream. I wake up in chills, God knows where I've been. Shadows from beyond bring terror in the night. Deadly imperial force of primal ancient might, a singular beam in a binary stream. The skies are crawling and it seems to me my hideous visions bear a deadly truth. I screamed a name, what did I do? Leveling voices usher me to the hall. Invasion is nigh, everyone shall fall. From the skyline, it beckons to me. All eyes can see, my scream is me. I don't know where I've been. Shadows from beyond bring terror in the night. Deadly imperial force of primal ancient might.
Yo, Bloomrock! Hey, man. How's it going? All right. Uh-oh, I'm super worried. What's going on over there? Jason says he can't hear anything. That makes me concerned. Hey, welcome. It's a Fullforce Radio. What's going on? Can you guys hear everything in the chat pretty good? I am hoping you guys can hear some music. It sounds like other people can. So, whew! Let's figure it out. Anarchist and Bloomrock are moist even. I'm glad to have you guys here. Welcome. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. Is the stream not working? For the love of utter Christ. God damn, Discord. Why are you such a failure? Okay, hang on. Let's just quickly try. We'll mute this bot and we will unmute the other bot. Let me know if it's working. Twitch sounds excellent. Theta's fine. YouTube's working. Vim TV is working. It's everything but Discord. I hate to drive you away from the party in Discord. The chat is always good. Sound is back. Okay, so I switched to the backup bot. Everything is good. A+, high five, good times for all. Perfect. All right, so now that we've done that, I'm going to make the tweet go. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. I'm doing a birthday stream tonight, but mostly I'm playing music, and it's all got a theme of crimson nepotism. And that sounds really dumb. It's not a good name, but it's the name we're going with. It's the name you deserve, friends. And crimson nepotism refers to the fact that all the tracks tonight have red, something to do with red, something to do with crimson. I'm not saying it's a little on brand for me, but it is. So that was Cryptos, and I touched my headphones and I started the music. God damn it! These headphones are constantly making sure that I look like an idiot. And I'm not saying that I don't look like an idiot by myself, but that's my point, is I don't need the help. I have touch-activated headphones, and I am constantly doing things I don't mean to do at times that I don't want to. And on times when I want to, they don't work. 'Cause why not? Of course not! Of course not! Alright, so here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set that tweet free into the wild, and we'll get things done. So let's mention MSP waves, and then we will be laughing. Okay? Let's fucking make the tweet go. So for you guys, I'm hoping you are having beautiful hot days and delicious, delightful party nights. That's what summer is all about, and that's what I like to think of my birthday being about as well. Excuse me, somebody's thinking of me. And it's a perfect time for Fullforce Radio. So I am going to try and feed you guys all sorts of good music. But like I was saying, that latest band, trve is fine. Thank you, Sepsin. I'm not sure what was going on, and I'm sorry. We are doing our best to provide you with the most fantastic live stream entertainment anywhere on mspwaves.com, but I fucking suck. So, MSP Waves is great. I'm terrible. We balance out somewhere in the middle at a solid mediocre. And if that doesn't make you want to come back, nothing will. So, last band called Cryptos, and it was you. Sorry. Last band was called Cryptos, and yeah, Indian band from Bangalore. And I wish I'll try and drop a picture in chat when I get a chance, because these guys look the part. It's so fucking delightful. So fucking delightful. These albums are classic metal style, and when you see them, they're all rocking these awesome biker leather jackets and, big sunglasses, long hair, covered in studs. It's so 80s, and it's so awesome because, it's not something, especially for us here on, the North America side of things, we don't necessarily think of people over in India smashing it out to metal, but actually India is super, super into heavy metal. South America is super into heavy metal. Obviously, all sorts of places across Europe are into heavy metal, so it's good fun. It's good fun to share bands like that you don't realize at first ain't from around here. Now, I'm going to crack my window, and it may be a mistake, but I'm hoping it won't be too loud for you. It's just, I would like to survive this evening. So, I'm going to try and let in a little bit more air, and we shall play with things. We'll see how it goes. Now, with that being said, I want to play more music for you guys. Tonight's going to be like a super music-y night. And I'm thinking we should try and find something. We should try and find something from a site that ships centrally, and we should have some sort of fun little draw, and I should send something to someone for my birthday, because if we're gonna do birthday stuff, god damn it, we may as well celebrate you guys. I don't see any point in celebrating me. It makes more sense to celebrate you guys. So while we're at it, and while people are wandering around and coming in and checking things out and having a time, and I'm putting good music in your ears, maybe that's what we'll try and do in the background. So I want to play a track by Enforcer, who's another band that I'm a huge fan of. I try and play them for you fairly often. And they actually just put out a new single, which is on the playlist for future nights, perhaps. But they're a band from Sweden, and they are basically mid 2000s they formed, and they make super fun, like power thrash classic styled metal, and I'm a big fan of their sound, Diamonds, a bunch of the bands that kind of have this classic sound with a new twist, and I try and put them in your ears whenever possible. So they have a track called Mask of Red Death, which is kind of what I feel like when I put on makeup. Which I didn't. My eyebrows are woefully inadequate. Clay's gonna come and El Gecko's gonna come because I didn't actually even pencil them in at all. So listen, just between you and me and the wall and the more people than I'd like to admit listening, I have a real struggle growing body hair. You need the Crimsonclad Fullforce Radio coffee mug. The Crimsonclad coffee mug is out in the wild, and I could indeed potentially have the fulfillment center send you one. The Fullforce Radio one with the new logo is not done, and you can actually see up here the new logo isn't even lined up properly. Who did that? Who's this shitty DJ that set up their overlay so crappily? I don't know who that might be. But with that being said, I'm going to play you guys some Enforcer, and we're going to pretend that... my... We're going to pretend that things are good and that my eyebrows are not the way they are. Listen, it's hard when you can't grow body hair. I can't. It's you'd think that's a good thing, but it's not. It's terrible. I have these tiny 1990s. Hey, Steven, I haven't seen you in a bit. I think you were here last week though. You're making it a big run. You're going to be 3 in a row. Good man. But yeah, I have these tiny 90s eyebrows, and I just I want real body hair. God damn it. And and then I also have a giant scar through my eyebrows. So I'm constantly worried that I'm going to be judged because I don't know about you guys, but here in the Discord, we have a group of people who are eyebrow connoisseurs. And I'm talking about Clay and What's Up and El Gecko. And I'm constantly worried that they're going to see this shitty little thing that passes for an eyebrow with a giant scar through it. And they're going to judge me. Get that armpit mohawk. I can't grow body hair. Like, I don't actually really do anything. Like, I know this is going to sound like a brag. I mean, there's like a little bit there. It doesn't grow. If I was a man and I wanted to like have cool burly chest hair and an awesome beard, it's not going to happen. It's just enough to be gross and not enough to like cultivate into some sort of proud bush wherever it is that you want a bush, where, a bush or a bush or a bush or a bush. Can't. My bush is burnt. It's unfortunate. Your eyebrow ate an ice hockey stick. Nice. Yeah. Nice. All right. So now that we're talking about awkward body hair, let's move back towards the Crimson nepotism. Let's do some more heavy metal. Let's have a little bit of fun. I'm going to play you a track called A Mask of Red Death. It's only started 16 times because I keep, God has taken my bird and my bush. There is no bush. There is no bird. Solid reference. All right, so I'm going to play you guys this Mask of Red Death. It's a great track by Enforcer, and then we will move into some other stuff. Tonight's playlist is super fucking fun. I have everything from like weird psychedelic rock and Lunar Shadow. I have Avatar, Orange Goblin, Leprous, Rob Zombie, Amorphous Skeleton Witch, Crimson Glory. It's a good, weird, rounded out playlist tonight. I'm pretty excited to play it all for you, and all of it is happy birthday, Crimson nepotism. So that's what we're going to do. Here's some Enforcer. My name is Crimsonclad. You're listening to Full Force Radio. It is my fun heavy metal stream, and I'm super glad you guys are here with me tonight. Even though it's hot, and it's the middle of summer, and you guys could be doing anything else, some of you chose to be here with me, and that's fucking cool. And you will be rewarded with great fucking music.
Shout out at midnight to invite the guests of doom. Irreverent takes the dark between the walls of the seventh room. The outside was kept unbidden to escape their sickened breath. Now in the ballroom, a Prospero stands to play behind a mask of death.
There you go. A little bit of Enforcer. Some sick tracks already tonight. Fun, classic sounding metal. Which is always, it's a perfect way to start a show. What can I say? We're talking about everybody's... Okay, we gotta ask, because everybody in chat is talking about their inability to grow facial hair or body hair or eyebrow hair. Some of us just wish we had beautiful, thick... Here's the deal. And you know what? There are going to be some people out there in the world that disagree with me, and they are probably correct. But if you have more hair, you can get rid of it. If you don't have hair, you can't make it grow. Like, I almost kind of wish I had big, thick ass brows and a unibrow, because, I'll just trim them down to size. Topiaries of the face. But I don't have them. So I got to draw them in, and then you kind of look like a crazy person with a Sharpie. It's a whole thing. But I want to know if you guys remember this, because apparently not everybody does. I was saying it sounds like we need the peanut butter solution. Do you guys not remember the peanut butter solution? I'm beginning to think this might be one of those things that I'm crazy and only I know about, and that's not a good thing. You've tried growing your facial hair for 3 months and it's all patchy. I feel like you have a glorious beard. Anarchist. Actually, that's true, because when you're in Discord, you can actually see it. You look very handsome, and you have your little bow tie, and you got your whole... Yes, you're getting microbladed brows. Oh my God, you're so brave. I want to know how they turn out. That's like mini, like slice up your eyebrows tattoos that like give you eyebrows. It's amazing. Oh, girl. Oh, and Stephen. Oh, you gave me a shot. I must drink. Fucking baby brows. You know what, Stace, if we were back in the 90s, we were the hottest babes in the 90s. Hey, LP. Thank you for joining us. It's my anarchist. There, see? Look, you can see his beard and his bow tie, looking all handsome and snazzy. See, he had to show up with his Merkin of Doom gif there in the Discord. Hey, LP. So tonight we are doing Crim's birthday stream. Crimson nepotism, if you will. But it's the middle of summer, and this is the curse of my life. No one is ever around for my birthday. Here in BC, this weekend always falls on a holiday weekend. Now, of course, here we are after a year of insane lockdowns, 2 years of insane lockdowns. People are desperate to get back to their summer lives. But, of course, everybody is like, restrictions have been lifted. We can travel again. We're getting the fuck out of Dodge. And my birthday is always an inconvenience on a long weekend. So for me, birthdays are things that I celebrate for other people, and I love them. Lots of people hate them. They think that they're the worst things ever, but I love any excuse to celebrate. I love to celebrate you. I love to celebrate people. I don't care. It's not my birthday today. Today is my birthday stream. My birthday is margin of error plus or minus 3 days around today. But so we're doing a live stream to celebrate it. I'm playing a bunch of music with Crimson Nepotism, and so all of the tracks on the playlist tonight either have red or crimson in the title or the artist, or are about some spooky badass bitches and still contain the word red in it. So it is a weak and masturbatory and a little bit, honestly, truly, ego pump, but fuck it, it's my show, god damn it. It's Fullforce Radio, and I'm gonna put all of the good metal in your ears. And if I'm the only one that celebrates my own birthday, I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it. So I owe Steven a shot for his patchy facial hair. My heart goes out to you, sir. All right. Yes, Mr. D, I am a Leo. I'm a pretty stereotypical Leo in a lot of ways. Absolutely. So yes, absolutely. So the thing we were talking about is that we got talking about, Leo season. We got talking about facial hair. We were talking about my eyebrows, and then we got talking about beard hair. And it turns out that everybody spent a bunch of time over the pandemic trying to grow their facial hair, their body hair, their eyebrow hair, whatever hair it is that you wish you had, you spent some time trying to grow it. And varying degrees of success. So I'm trying to figure out, but it seems like nobody remembers, the peanut butter solution. So I'm going to Google it, and I'm going to see if I can find something for you guys. But nobody remembers this, hey? It was this terrible movie, and it's from the year I was born. And I'm shocked that nobody remembers it. But here you are. Let me grab the IMDb. I'm going to drop it in so it shows up in the chat. It's true. It's true. So the peanut butter solution. Here's the idea. There are some ghosts that scare a kid. And the kid is so scared that all of his hair falls out. Okay. Logical. It's the Mandela effect. Maybe so, Acid. Maybe so. And hello. Welcome. Thank you for coming to my birthday party tonight. So this kid gets so scared his hair falls out. And so then they make a magic potion to grow his hair back. Because you can't have a bald kid. I mean, you can. But you can in the 80s. And so this peanut butter solution, they rub it on his head, and his hair starts growing like crazy. It doesn't stop. They're cutting it off, and it's just like he's growing so much hair that the storyline then starts like revolving around they want to kidnap him and they want to like cut his hair for wigs because, you know, if they'll lock him up and he'll grow hair forever and they'll have an unlimited supply of hair. Ha 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 ha! Their evil plan. This child will grow hair forever. So, you know, it's the dumbest fucking thing ever. But I remember this. So whenever anybody talks about needing, how does a kid's story about hair plugs relate to peanut butter? Well, the potion is essentially made of peanut butter and other things. So they make a potion to regrow the hair, and it's the peanut butter solution. Oh Lord. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's go home, slather some peanut butter on yourselves, and come back to me and let me know what kind of shape your eyebrows are in. And if everything goes wrong and you end up disgusting but very attractive to dogs, or you end up in anaphylactic shock, not my fault. Not my fault. The 80s did it first. Imagine if it was a Quentin Tarantino film. Yeah, can we rewrite the peanut butter solution to be like a hardcore okay, but you forgot the cool part about the magical paintings. PC, nobody is following along with the story. I'm not going to get too deep into it because they're already lost at like ghost, hair falls out, magic potion, kidnapping, hair cutting, peanut butter. We're already way off track, so go looking for it. It's a stupid movie about smearing peanut butter on yourself until your hair grows out of control and then you are chased by ghosts and stuff. This exists. This is not a heat-induced delusion. It is also in no way, shape, or form related to heavy metal. So, we shall move on. I'm going to play you guys some more music. Now, I've been playing you some pretty classic sounding stuff, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, actually, but I've got so much more. I've got so much more to show you. We have many things to show you. We have wonderful things to show you. Full on Pinhead for my birthday. So I want to play you something by a band called Skeleton Witch. Now, I have played some Skeleton Witch before. Skeleton Witch and Angel Witch and many witches that all kind of which they smash together here in whatever. But they are fantastic. They've been around for more than a decade, and they put out, I don't even know what I would call it. Like, it's a little bit thrash, and it's definitely black, and it's very heavy metal. Great stuff. Now, they've toured with awesome bands. I'm trying to think of the time that I saw them, but they've toured with Amon Amarth. They've toured with Abath. They've toured with Ghost, with Cannibal Corpse. So they are very much kind of moving into this decade's metal royalty, and well-deserved. Is it a skeleton that is a witch that only practices magic with skeletons? You know what? I'd like to think it's open for interpretation, but I'm gonna play you guys something. Let's just jump back to the Crimson Nepotism playlist. I'm going to play you something off an album called The Apothic Gloom, which is admittedly not a super birthday atmosphere, but fuck you, it's my birthday and I get to say what the atmosphere is like. So I am going to play you a track called Red Death White Light here on Full Force Radio. And we will continue on. It is birthday celebrations. And by birthday celebrations, I mean we're mostly just bitching about the fact that we can't grow hair. And all of us are going to blow out candles and wish for hair to grow only on the places that we wish hair grew. And you know what? We don't judge. You don't have to tell the rest of the class where that place is. But, you know, I'm sure some of you are thinking about it. And that's fine. That's what Full Force Radio is all about. There you go, man. Hell yeah. Some Skeleton Witch, Red Death, White Light. Man, I'm a huge fan. I love getting to put bands that I love up in your earballs, my friend. So, that got a little scary and a bunch of people jumped off YouTube, and I'm sorry about it. I am. It's not that I don't love you. It's just that I'm going to play some music tonight that's going to be loud, and I regret nothing. I regret nothing, my friends, my friends. So, everything's going good. Everything's sounding right. We are live, large, and in charge. People are hanging out. It's Fullforce Radio. My name is Crimsonclad. I am playing heavy metal tonight. Shit talking. It's my birthday live stream. Which is really cool. So I am engaging in a little bit of crimson nepotism, which means that every track on tonight's playlist was handpicked by moi, as they always are. Let's be fucking realistic. And they all involve the words red or crimson or spooky ass babes. You're still here. You're still alive. Alt season is on. Crypto is good. I made it through a Hive interview earlier this week that I went into flying blind, and I had a lot of fun, and it was really cool. So you could check that out. I'll try and share it on my somewhere at some point. I don't know. Nobody cares. Whatever. Who cares? You're here for heavy metal. I have the birthday hat, actually. I was going to put it on, my birthday headgear. This follows me around. Every time it's my birthday and we go out and we party, I wear my little birthday headband. Oh, it doesn't quite work with the headphones, does it? But we don't care. It's fine. We have the jaunty feather, and I actually got it on a drinking tour, so it has a little ribbon with the name of a distillery. But forget that. Don't worry about it. I got my gem. I got my sparkles. I look like a fucking twit. We've been talking about all sorts of things. We've been talking about our inability to grow body hair and how sad it is. Hello, kitty girl. Hey, kitty girl. As RuPaul would say. Hey, kitty girl. So yeah, we're kicking it. Yes, there was a really cool crypto blockchain plug. Wanted to talk a little bit more about alternate crypto ecosystems and what a social and interconnected crypto ecosystem has to offer people who are looking to get away from traditional social media and who are looking to find places to make friends and empower themselves and learn more about crypto and yada, 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 yada. And somehow I ended up being the one talking about it. And it did not go as badly as it could have, so I deserve my feather. All right, so you know what? It's crazy. An hour has flown by. Awesome! Yay! Yay! Yeah, it's the flapper. I mean, I don't know how to do the flapper. You could all do the Charleston for my birthday. It'll be good fun. I don't know what the Charleston looks like. That was a bad approximation. But fun fact, if you guys want to learn a lame fun fact about me, I'm very madly in love with sort of the Art Deco 1920s aesthetic. Not so much a whole lot of what was going on in the 20s, but the aesthetic, 1,000%. Fun fact, I actually worked for many, many years. I volunteered. I love volunteer work. It's going to sound crazy. Maybe if you're in the Hive ecosystem, it's not. But I love volunteering, and I find service-based, like learning and growing through servitude, which sounds so bad, really important. And so I've spent my whole life volunteering for different places. Fine, whatever, yada, yada. But one of the places that I volunteered is a 1920s, 1930s recreation. Local museum, and I spent a bunch of time wearing dorky 1920s outfits explaining how things worked in ye olde past to people. So let it be said that A, I'm a big sucker and I'll work for free and nothing has changed. B, I love explaining things to people in an entertaining fashion. And C, give me all of your flapper dresses. All the time. All right, so tonight is Crimson Nepotism. I am playing a bunch of heavy metal that is fun and hilarious and stupid and red. Yeah, crimsplaining is a thing. Oh, so the Charleston's a lot more swinging than I was doing. I was kind of turning it into like a weird Running Man, like dab thing, but I'm not cool. Do I have picks? I do not have picks, no. And part of that was actually, as staff, we weren't ever allowed to carry phones, radios, earplugs, cameras. We were not allowed to carry anything like that. And Viking Adventure probably knows where I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so for full immersion, we carried nothing, like right down to maybe things have changed, but we were corseted. You always had a hat. You could not be in polite company without your hat, full long skirts. And in the middle of summer, oh my God, it was the worst. And some of my best ghost stories came from there, actually. But yes, to keep it vintage, you would wander around and you would have different zones in this museum and you would talk about dumb 1920s shit and you couldn't carry your phone. All right, so we've got to power through some more music because I've only played 3 tracks, but I have a whole playlist of good stuff. I did The Village. Of course I did. Yep, sure did. For years and years and years, for a shocking amount of years. So I knew you'd know. Nerd! All right, so let's continue on. What do you guys feel like? That was a little harder, so let's come back around and let's maybe round it out. So I'm going to play something by Amorphous. Now, Amorphous is one of my favorite melodeath bands. I worked in a museum as a 1920s character. That's exactly it. I'd like to say, I was not a curator. What's it, like an attendant? I was somebody who helped you understand the exhibits. But yeah, basically. And I didn't work because I didn't get paid. I volunteered. Yeah, I did it for free. Oh, Lord. All right, so listen, birthday stuff. Let's play some more fucking Crimson Nepotism tracks. Now, I love Amorphous, and I'm so worried. You guys let me know if there are some weird blips or stream drops or anything like that, because my PC is getting ready to take off, and my graphics card is getting so hot that I'm actually starting to see on my 4K monitor, not on the other one, but on my 4K monitor, I'm actually starting to see a little bit of display degradation, which is bad times in the hood. So, oh God, this thing, I want to wear it, but guys, it's so hot. I put it on and this tiny little thing is already making me sweat. Like you wouldn't believe. Oh my God. Okay, bye. LP Faust just lives his work right now. And so hopefully if he does enough during my show, he'll be able to do his show tomorrow night. You should come check it out. So listen, the birthday hat remains forever in our hearts, but it's making me sweat and I'm miserable. Okay. So now that it's perched awkwardly on my head, let's continue. I'm going to play you some Amorphous, and honestly, I could play almost anything off. Yeah, just sitting in a pile of sweat at the minute. Just hanging out, stewing in my own juices. That's what we're all doing. Fullforce Radio in a nutshell. But Amorphous, yes, sweat, baby, sweat. What is it? Sex is a Texas drought. Yeah, that's Bloodhound Gang right there. But listen, we're not going to do Bloodhound Gang. Amorphous. Now, I often play you stuff off the fabulous album Under the Red Cloud. Excellent, excellent album. Under the Red Cloud and then Queen of Time came out, to the last 2 albums, and they're both, quite honestly, spectacular. They're spectacular albums. I cannot recommend them enough. And over my time on Full Force Radio, I have played you probably every single song off both of those albums. So, I thought about it. I thought I would play something from Under the Red Cloud. However, I thought, okay, no, let's do something different. I'm going to play you a track called Crimson Wave. Oh, God, this is a stupid little thing. So I'm going to play you something called Crimson Wave, and it's off a super old album. And it's actually off an album that's so old that it doesn't follow their current sound. It actually almost has it has a lot of clean singing. It's not quite as black metal. It has some weird, sexy sax solos. It's heavy synth. It's awesome. And so I'm going to play this for you, and it's very different from the Amorphous of today. And that doesn't make it bad, it just makes it different. So I highly recommend, if you like this sound, you should still be checking out the progression of their musical careers, because the music that they're producing now and the last 2 albums are so strong and they're so good. And I've mentioned many a time, if you're one of those people who's like, I fucking love metal, but ooh, unclean singing, growling is... ooh, you're not in love with it. That's okay. That's not uncommon. It often people kind of spiral downwards into the depths and become enamored with growling. But Amorphous, if you're looking for a band that balances out clean singing, perfect growls, legible growling, but the intensity of pure black or death metal, but also an incredible singer and amazing musical instruments and arrangements. It's amorphous. I talk them up a lot because I really like them. In any case, Crimson Wave fits the theme tonight, Crimson Nepotism. You are all caught up in a wave of sweaty crimson birthday. That's the tie-in. But we'll just make it happen. Is YouTube trying to make money off me? Because I don't get any money from YouTube, just FYI. So let's just quickly, before we play the music, we're at the top of the hour, just remember, YouTube is a great option, but it's not the option that captures our hearts. And many of you guys watch on other options, and if you are looking for a good quality place to consume videos or streams, but you want to hold more of your own data, you want the ability to be rewarded, you want to secure connections and not have a centralized platform coming for you, there are many options. One of them is Vim TV, built on the Hive blockchain. One of them is Theta, because Theta is also a blockchain-based decentralized solution. One of them is Trovo, which is an up-and-coming mobile-based solution. All of them are about taking on these large companies like Twitch and YouTube, and I highly recommend you support them. But if you want to watch on YouTube, no problem. They're just going to try and get money out of you. And it's not going to me, so to that. All right, let's do it. Crimson Wave by Amorphous. We got to get some toot in our boot because I have so much music to play for you, and we are going to run the fuck right out of time on Fullforce Radio.
Shoulder, planets before melting.
Yes. Some delicious early black jazz. You know, you've got, and actually I still have a whole black jazz album that's being built in the background, but there you go, very early Amorphous. That album is from like 2000-ish, 2001. And so yeah, totally different sound for Amorphous, and these awesome. Now, to be fair, Under the Red Cloud and Queen of Time both still use these awesome sax solos, but the overall sort of composition of the music has changed a bit, but the spirit is there. And man, I love black jazz. I love saxophone metal. And yeah, it's very good. It's very good. Why the jazz gotta be black, though? Because black metal, including jazz instruments in it, is black jazz. Did you change your show, or is today really Thursday already? It is Thursday. It is. Corbin, you're exactly right. It's very different from what you've heard from Amorphous. So early Amorphous was very synthesizer heavy, and it actually had notes of like The Doors and sort of 70s psychedelia, and they were still finding their way in terms of, is it going to be really heavy Black Death winter metal, or is it going to be something kind of progressive, or what? And so as they sort of coalesced through the 2000s, and as they've kind of been moving through these last, say, 4 albums or so, The Circle, Queen of Time, Skyforger, Eclipse, whatever. These last sort of 4 or 5 albums or so, they've been moving so solidly into melodeath territory. You know, death metal with these beautiful melodies, with these awesome, clean singing, and incredible guttural, wrenching growls, and beautiful synth tracks, and yeah, some avid use of the tenor sax, but a very different vibe for sure. That album is great, and it's a totally different thing from where they are now, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. So hey, Cubby, yes, it's Thursday already. Nobody knows what time or day it is. Time is a flat circle. Things are very confusing. What can I say? But it is indeed my birthday stream. We're having fun. So many people are joining us. I see lots of people on Vim. I see people hopping in all over the place, and a lot of you are hanging out in the Discord. Thanks! I'm so glad you're here. Now, I've got about an hour left, and I'm going to try and put as much metal in your ears as possible. Now, the shtick tonight is, with the birthday stream, we are doing Crimson Nepotism. And by Crimson Nepotism, what I mean is I have picked a bunch of tracks that all feature either the word red or crimson in them, or they're about badass balls bitches who are also spooky and red. And it's a perfect fit for what we do here on the show. So I'm going to try and get more music in your ears. Yes, time is flat like the earth. How scary is the music tonight? You know, some of it's scary and some of it isn't. Like that last track you actually probably would have really enjoyed. But, you know, in and out. So you don't have to stay. I just thought, you know what, man, when I think of somebody who knows how to celebrate life and who is a joy and brings fun and, you know, a party wherever they go, and who embraces the chance to turn a birthday into an event to love on their friends and family, that's fucking Cubby. So I had to tag you. So, sorry, not sorry for the ping. It was an appreciation ping. And I will continue to ping you until morale improves. But you don't have to stay. All right, so, badass bitches. Speaking of which, I'm going to play you the first sort of not quite red track on the playlist. Now, I will say, the red theme carries through in the lyrics of the song, but the track is actually one of the new Rob Zombie tracks. Now, Rob Zombie, indeed, is one of those characters who is super polarizing, and a lot of people really love him, and a lot of people really don't like him, and a lot of people think he's a perfect part of, like, grungy, hillbilly, industrial metal, and a lot of people think he's just stupid. But, you know, this last album, you guys might remember, I played some of the debut tracks off it when it first came out. And you guys loved them. You loved them. There's something different. He's got sort of this weird, fun vibe, and this album is absolutely insane. It's the Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy. Now, if that doesn't sound like a Julia K. Ponsford, Vashmort double team, nothing does. But it is full of really weird, cool, spooky swamp witch kind of songs. And I'm going to play one off that album that fits right in with the theme. So I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to crank the volume and I'm going to play you a track called Boom, Boom, Boom. It is, when I say like Swamp Witch, that is 1,000%. This song is sexy Swamp Witch realness. That's the best way I can describe it. And if that doesn't fit with the fun that we're having tonight, then stick around because the next track will be something completely different. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. I'm here every Thursday night on MSP Waves or wherever you're watching the streaming or replay right now. And we play heavy metal. We talk about a lot of dumb stuff. There's been mostly talk about growing hair and my birthday tonight. So admittedly, not stellar, but the music makes up for it. And I'm excited to do this every week. So if you are having fun tonight, you should come back. Come back anytime. Come back anytime. And I will continue to either tickle your fancy or drive you away at an extreme rate of speed. And both are acceptable. It's up to you. It's all voluntary here on MSP Waves. Play. Ooh. my, yes, it is. It's, oh, whoop, let's switch the screen because now you can see what's coming up next. Yes, it is a very sexy track. It's very different than a lot of the stuff that Rob Zombie's done in the past. And so I highly recommend that you check out this new album because, like you say, Rob Zombie can be very polarizing. And Corbin was even saying, not a huge Rob Zombie fan, but this new album, it's weird and it's fun. And it's very different. So It is, yeah, it's really cool. And Kitty Girl, I highly recommend checking it out because I'm definitely a big fan of. Oh no, please work. Okay, phew. I thought everything turned off there for a second, but I am a big fan of. I don't know, like hillbilly bluegrass strangeness. And this new album of Rob Zombie's is exactly that. It is called The Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy. And it has, this is brand new stuff. This was actually released early 2021. So he featured this, and there's another excellent track. If you're looking for at least one more track that has that sort of sultry, strange, spooky vibe. Oh gosh, my PC's freaking out with the heat, guys. Let me know. Ooh boy. I can see I'm also dropping frames, so I'm sorry if the quality's not good. It is so hot. I've got a big fan up here. I've got a big fan over there. I've got the window directly in front of me open, and I know that that's not necessarily great for sound, so the sound quality tonight isn't great, but it is so hot that my PC is actually struggling, and my monitor is actually glitching a little bit, probably because my graphics card is just got fry an egg on that fucker. However, yes, House of a Thousand Corpses, exactly. And so most people know him from Hillbilly Deluxe was like his big album, Dragula, and yes, he's in White Zombie as well. But for Rob Zombie, people know him from like the late 90s. That's what people know him for. And then he moved into the film space and kind of was, yeah, exactly. So that's what he's really known for. But this new album, if you're looking for something that has that same vibe, on this album, there's a track called Crow Killer Blues. Crow Killer Blues. And it's actually one that I premiered here on Fullforce Radio, and people loved it. So highly recommend you check it out. This whole album, it features, yes, all my equipment. It's because I'm so hot. It's also because it's really hot outside. Oh my gosh. For me, it's 7:00 at night, and we are still topping 30 degrees. Now here in Vancouver, that's not normal. We are not equipped for this. We are all giant fucking babies, and none of us have air conditioning. And it's been a really hot year, and our province is on fire, and I'm thinking about Corbin as well. Corbin's one province over. They're on fire, and it's great when you want to have a beach day. It's bad when you start thinking about people who don't have good resources, or who live alone, or animals or whatever. But we're not here to be a downer, so sure, it's fucking hot, and I'm hot. Rob Zombie, very good. And the Ballad of Sleazy Rider, Expanding the Head of Zed, the much talked of the Satanic Rites of Blackula. It's a bizarre album for sure, and super fun. Highly recommended. Hey, thanks, Matt. I will be seeing Matt very soon, actually, on Governable. What day is it? Pimp it to the crowd, because I don't remember. I believe it's the 9th. I'm going to go chat some crypto with Ungovernable. You long for 30 degrees. Well, fuck you, anarchist. You can have it. I will it to you. I manifest it and send it out into the universe, out your way. So, played you some sexy Rob Zombie, and we shall continue with the Crimson Nepotism. I'm going to play you a couple more tracks all about red, crimson, whatever. We're going to do it. So you guys did see I was going to play a track from Crimson Glory. Now, this is an older album. So when we were talking about can we play some stuff from way back when, from new, from old, from all over, I'm trying to decide which Crimson Glory track to play. So here's the deal. Crimson Glory is an older band, and one of the bands that kind of got me into the progressive side of metal for sure. They were actually formed in Florida in the early 80s. So actually before I was born, and they put together, yes, Canadian or American. I mean, you know what I realized the other day? I discovered that the US of A, the good old US of A, you are still on your system of measurement. You are not over here in the world of logical numbers. You guys are on your system of measurement. You are one of 3 countries in the world that still uses your measurement. And you are the only big country. You're the only first world country. Oh yeah, 33 degrees. It's too hot, kitty girl. It's too hot. You were also hot. You're hot anyways, but you were also hot. It's just you guys. It's you guys and 2 bumfuck nowhere countries that no one has heard of that are holdouts and have not moved over to a logical system. Why? I don't know. Yeah, woohoo, Florida. That's where Cubby Elizabeth is. So, progressive metal band, Crimson Glory. Now, I have 2 tracks that fit tonight. Now, obviously, Crimson Glory is right in the name, so whatever I play by them is a great fit. I have 2 tracks, and they're both about different types of women, and they're both tracks that I discovered very early on. Yes, freedom units. Like, come on, man. 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling water. It's so simple. Why do you have to make things so confusing? So confusing. Like, just everything is 10 times. Does Canada use meters and kilometers too? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because there are 100, 1,000, just 10, 100, 1,000 very easily based units of measurement. 0, your water freezes. 100, your water boils. Come on. Anyways, I digress. This and body hair. Anything I play by Crimson Glory fits the vibe tonight. However, there are 2 tracks and I couldn't decide on which one. So we'll have a choose your own adventure. We can either play Lady of Winter or we could play Queen of the Masquerade. Both of them I discovered quite early on when I was making the rounds through power metal and discovering progressive metal. Because when I found metal in general, I started with bands like Iron Maiden, Motorhead, the new wave of British heavy metal. And then I started branching out and I realized, wow, metal is incredibly inspired by these bands that I never had a true appreciation for. Bands like Rush, bands like Yes, bands like Blue Oyster Cult, like, speaking of hair, I do Kitty Girl, and I actually have a picture of me as Cousin It on this show, being a dork, acting like Cousin It. Patient Zero managed to capture it. So, yes, I absolutely do. So what do you guys think? Do you want Queen of the Masquerade or do you want Lady of Winter? This is classic late 80s progressive metal. It's adventurous. It's sort of a precursor to what has become today's gent and experimental and atmospheric metal. And it's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. And it represents sort of a period of experimentation that was kind of, Queen of the Masquerade, hit me with some Lady of Winter. We need a tiebreaker. Come on. They're both excellent songs. And I've actually played Queen of the Masquerade on Fullforce Radio before. Masquerade? Yeah, okay. They're both excellent. You can't go wrong. I have them both on the playlist. We just can't fit them all, my friends. So, man, when you put me right next to Cousin It, it sure matches up, eh? I should be embarrassed, but I'm not. It speaks volumes about how absolutely irreverent I am. So, okay, maybe Masquerade it is. We'll play Queen of the Masquerade. I'm sorry, Corbin. Lady of Winter, I will leave it on the playlist. I'm going to leave it there. So, of course, everybody's homework. If you're watching Full Force Radio later, if you're not hanging out for the live stream, if you're looking for more music, no problem. I got you. You can go to my Spotify, which is linked at fullforce.rocks. You can find every song I've ever played conveniently put together in nice little playlists for you and also included in one fuck off giant master list that you can just shuffle and see what catches your ears. However, we will do it. We'll play Queen of the Masquerade. It is their classic symbol. They wore this like metallic reflective mirror mask, and the album is actually, it's self-titled Crimson Glory, and it just focuses in on this metallic mystery mat. It's crazy. Yeah, thank you. Corbin's saying it's a good time. For the record, it is. You know what else is a good time? Where we are right now, with half an hour left to go in Full Force Radio.
Whoa!
To Her Majesty. Like I said, you see there's a bit of an ego trip on tonight's playlist. But yes, Crimson Nepotism, there you go. Thank you, Viking Adventurer, for reminding me to switch over so you actually got to see the album art at some point. You weren't just awkwardly standing here staring at me, which is very pleasant. So, hey, yeah, Stepson's back, and many of you are hopping in and out. I'm glad to have you here. Listen, this is my birthday stream, and it is my gift to you. I want you to have fun. I want you to find some new music, and you know what? We're all having a time. So, Stepson, there you go. That is a band that technically could be almost categorized as hair metal, and I know how much you think of hair metal. But Crimson Glory, an incredibly influential band in the progressive space. And yeah, Mr. D was actually saying that Deep Purple was one of the first metal bands. And, you know, I would say arguably, yay, happy birthday week. Thank you. I'm wearing the birthday feather. I'm wearing the birthday hat. So yes, he's actually completely right. And, you know, depending on what it is that you are, thank you, Cubby. Thank you for popping in. I didn't think you would. Well, whew, what a delight. I have been blessed and highly favored. But, yeah, so Deep Purple, arguably somewhere between Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, and Led Zeppelin tends to be sort of the widely held unholy trinity of early metal. And we've actually talked about proto metal quite a bit on this show, and we've done a couple deep dives on these bands. But yeah, absolutely. Now, Led Zeppelin, the album that sort of put them in the ballpark of heavy metal came out in 1969. The really important Sabbath albums and Deep Purple albums came out in 1970. So there was this sort of amalgamation of things that were happening in the very early 70s that was really kicking off heavy metal. Now, arguably some of the sounds that made those bands the forefathers of what we think of as heavy metal actually were happening through the 60s. And there's some incredible proto-metal bands out there. And I've always kind of thought maybe we should go back and do another deep dive. But you're absolutely right. Deep Purple is largely held as one of the absolute foundations and forefathers of heavy metal. And I don't have any Deep Purple on tonight because that is the wrong color, my friend. However, good stuff. So, Crimson Glory, really kind of influential and epic, not quite hair metal, progressive band from the early 80s that really kind of started pushing the idea of metal being exploratory and picking up some of these cues from bands like Emerson, Lake and Palmer and sort of these bands that were trundling along and making everybody think really hard and still managing to gather airplay because, you know, prog became shockingly popular through the 70s and into the 80s, and bands, yeah, like Rush, like Yes, like, oh man, there's so much. Oh, but purple is just red and blue, your hair and your eyes. Sir, that's far too witty. It's actually pretty accurate. If I melted right now into a puddle of goo because it is so fucking hot, we would indeed have purple. So, good call. All right, so we're going to continue because I promised you guys a longer stream tonight. We're going to do the best we can, but I will say I'm watching. My monitor is freaking out because my graphics card is getting really hot. This room is hot. I am hot. Everything is hot. And my monitor is flickering. But one thing that I'm noticing, and I apologize for the quality of the stream tonight, is that I'm at almost 2.5% dropped frames. Now, that doesn't mean a whole lot to most of you, but what it means is that there are going to be blips and shakes and pops in the stream. And that's a really high number. Normally, I have 0 drop frames. Like 0. Like none. Maybe 1 or 2. And I'm creeping up on 10,000 drop frames for the night. Now, is it horribly noticeable? Probably not. But is it great for the quality and is it awesome for my PC? not super much so. So we'll get there. Buy a 3080. I've been trying, Acid. I've got a 2080 Ti, okay? Nothing's good enough for you. And it's great. And you have to remember, I am streaming, Ultra HD, 4K, 60 frames per second, and rendering a bunch of background graphics and, running a couple different monitors, and the room is 30 degrees. So it's not so much that I need a 3080, it's that I've got to replace these case fans. I'm going to get some Noctuas, I'm going to get some ultra quiet, move a fuckload of air through this bad boy, and we will be back and better than ever. But yes, it's, she sounds like she's going to lift off into space, so we'll see. Yeah, you only got a 1080 Ti, so don't come for me. You could come for me when I call for you. It's my birthday. Buy an air conditioner. Yeah, I know, everybody says this every week, but this is a very unusual thing. We've never had weather this hot. Every room has a ceiling fan in it, and that's enough. That's always been enough. So, yikes. Whatever. Climate change or whatever. All right, so we're going to keep moving on. Now, we have a Leprous track, but I'm going to push it towards the end of the show because it is actually 11 minutes long, and I love Leprous, and it's kind of scary, and it's a little intimidating for some people, but that's a really long track. So we're going to shove it towards the end of the night, but we are going to continue rocking on. I'm going to play something by a band called Orange Goblin. AC does not always do your compy good. Yeah, I mean, does that introduce moisture? I don't know. Climate change is a hoax. I don't care. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Corbin. I don't care how you feel about climate change. Whatever. We should always be mindful to be more kind to our planet. That's it. Period. You can only do what you can only do. Are you doing your best? Can you do better? Can you make your life a little more sustainable and have all the things you want, but also be mindful of the green, beautiful earth around you? Perfect. Done deal. You're good. All right, so I'm going to play you something by a band called Orange Goblin. Now, Orange Goblin is amazing. They're amazing. And they celebrated their 25th anniversary of the band in 2020. So they put out Hack the Planet. Do whatever, man. Hack your life. Make a good life and enjoy the planet around you and, take care of the earth, take care of yourself, take care of your friends, live your best life, and everything else will come out in the wash. So, with that being said, I'm going to do this. And these guys are, they're fun, heavy metal, and they're hard, and the attitude goes with them. Now, you guys may or may not remember, I actually shared this with you when it happened, but Orange Goblin's lead singer, he reached down to high-five a fan in the crowd, and he high-fived a fan, and it was so awesome because the kid was so excited, and he came running up, and he put his hand up, and the lead singer high-fived him and dislocated his arm. It's the most metal thing that has ever happened. This poor kid, he ripped the kid's arm right out of his socket. He knows not the power he wields. So, yes, Orange Goblin is another one of those colors that does it. Yeah, it's fucking metal. And then later, there's a picture of the kid, and he's got his arm in a sling, and, they're all... it was good afterwards, but he felt so bad about it, but it's kind of hilarious. So... that's the kind of energy that Orange Goblin brings. And for 25 years, they have been good, fun, heavy metal. So I'm going to play you something by Orange Goblin. And yes, we already confirmed that orange is not red, but the track is called Red Tide Rising. It's off an album. I don't remember what year it's from, but it's middle of their career. Early... mid-2000s-ish, I don't know. But I'm going to play you a track off an album called A Eulogy for the Damned. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd be like, never put it back. This is the most metal thing that's ever happened to me. This is my badge of fucking glory and honor. Don't ever put it back in the socket. I'm just gonna... forever. Don't put it back. What is dead will never die. It can't be dislocated again in the mosh pit. No fucking problem. What is off is off. What is dead can never die. All right, so I'm gonna play you this track. It's called Red Tide Rising, and it's off an album called A Eulogy for the Damned. It's a perfect fit for Crimson Nepotism on Full Force Radio. We're playing heavy metal. We're having fun. It's a lot less talk tonight. We're just powering through good music. We're talking about the fact that I can't grow body hair, and many of you guys can't, and that's very sad. But otherwise, some peanut butter solution. Some holy shit, it's hot. It's my birthday week, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. So let's play Red Tide Rising here on Full Force Radio. Orange Goblin. Protect your shoulders, folks. Mosh pit safely. YES. There you go. Red Tide Rising by Orange Goblin. Yeah, so I get it. It would kind of technically be doxing. Yes, if you want me to ship you something, you will have to get me an address of some sort. And I also apologize because, of course, more frames were dropping in there. Holy Hannah, she's hot tonight, kids. She's hot. It's hot. We're hot. I'm going to have to turn the PC right off tonight. But hey, so we thought I would send out some merch. I'll send out one piece of merch, and I already owe Mariano a t-shirt and some other stuff. But in this particular day and age, for many of you, I owe you stuff anyways. But the fulfillment centers from the merch providers can mail and have been doing it very successfully. I have not had any fucking success mailing during COVID. It has not gone well for me. But yes, Acid, remember, Acid, you let me in on the secret of what you look like before many other people have known. How when are being determined? I don't know. We're making it up as we go. I don't fucking know. Let's make a draw or something. I don't know. How do you guys want to do it? I don't care. Let's numbers in a hat, spin 'em a digger. I don't know what. Let's just say whoever has the largest upvote. Get out of here, Acid. So I'm just saying that, yeah, I'm willing to give away something for my birthday. If you guys don't want to fucking sass me or you don't want to be doxxed, I'm not going to send you nothing. Nobody gets anything. Fuck all of you. Yes, Corbin, you seen my pic? You sent it to me, Acid. And then you ended up putting it in, buried in a post somewhere one day. But you shared a picture with me way back when, and I knew what you look like early on. So there. But yes. Oh no, patient zero. Oh gosh. So whatever, it's fine. I know you want to be pseudo-anonymous, and many people does. Yeah, draw straws. I don't know. I could describe the photo on air if you want. I won't do that to you. But we will continue. We'll figure it out. But however, Anarchist asked what types of options are available as underpants. And that's a good question. So I went clicking on it. And apparently there are women's underpants. I can see them here. And what else is there? There are women's underpants. And there are cheeky briefs and boy shorts. And it looks like it's not a banana hammock, but I certainly could. I could custom print the elastic. I could literally write my name around the elastic of your boy pants, and we could sublimate dye oh gosh, boy, this is really struggling, guys. I don't think we're gonna make the extra hour, but I will go a little bit over, and I could sell them to you for about $21 plus shipping. So it's definitely possible. And by sell, I mean tonight will be free because this would be a thing. Go have tacos, be free. Hive is pumping hard. Yeah, I know, Mr. Fatface. We're having a time. Things are great. I'm gonna say it's because of my fabulous interview, but probably more likely because Splinterlands is having a great time and people are getting really into blockchain gaming. So there's that. Okay. So I don't know. We could figure it out if we want to send some stuff out there. We could figure out what we're gonna send out there. But indeed, I could make you some fucking underpants. That's a thing that I can do. Underwear, and also little tiny shorts. It's pretty cool. Size chart, branding options. Oh yeah, I let's do it. Underpants could totally happen, if that's what you wanted. Although it does specifically say only women's underpants. So I don't know. Am I in the women's section? What's going on? Can I make... Oh, I can. Men's apparel. There's different sections. Men's underwear. You got it. It's not a banana hammock. But I think... Let's see. I could do boxer briefs. Only boxers. I apologize. You can only have boxers. That's all that's available at current. Oh, but they have quite a little pouch for your crypto assets. Big old pocket in the front. They're lovely. Boy, oh boy. There's just a lot of junk on my screen right now. Just so many dicks. It's the way Fullforce Radio always tends to go, right? Oh, lordy. Birthday pump. Share the link. I don't have a link to the merch because I haven't made them before, but they're custom printed men's underwear. They look like, let me copy this image. Oh no. Hang on here. I'll show you. Let me copy the image, I guess, of of some junk. Why not? For everybody. Here you go. Did it work? It didn't work. Didn't show an image at all. Boo earns. All right, I'll work on it after. We got some more music to play. Would you mind if I played you something by Avatar? Because I want to kind of move towards in a little harder direction gently. So Avatar is, I don't know, 8 albums, 9 albums, 10 albums. Yeah, I literally clicked copy picture and then pasted it into Discord and hit enter, and I got nothing, which is probably exactly the way they want it to be. But so Avatar is weird and freaky. They have this kind of quasi clown, like murder circus freak show to their style, and they're quite how do I put it? They're quite a bit harder, and they kind of embrace people who don't feel like they fit. Now, there are lots of bands like this that, you know, Slipknot, oh god, Slipknot just lost their drummer, founding drummer, but bands like Slipknot, bands like, yeah, the Juggalos, well, you know, not my particular cup of tea, but yeah, these groups that feel a little marginalized and whatnot, and just embrace being a fucking freak. That's Avatar's jam. And the last time that I saw Avatar live, they had this giant sort of circus tent on the stage, and they hauled out a big fuck off throne, and you know, he was sitting in this throne, you know, the fireworks just smashing off. Yeah, Avenged Sevenfold. Yes, exactly. He's in a number of bands. It's been a tough run. We've lost a ton of really great musicians. 7 or 8 in a row recently. It's brutal. I'm going to touch on it next week because, you know, it doesn't quite fit with tonight. So I'm going to play something by Avatar that's a great fit here for the Crimson Nepotism show. The track is called Paint Me Red, and it's off an album called The Black Waltz. So I'm going to play that for you guys. I'm going to go digging around, see if I can find some of my Avatar images from the last time I saw them live, and potentially see if I can actually copy some of these underpants, because all you fucking freaks just want to look at junk. And rightly so, because that's what Fullforce Radio is all about. My dropped frames is steadily climbing higher, but you guys are sticking it out. I'm hot, you're hot, everything's hot, the PC is melting, and yet we are still having a great time on Fullforce Radio. So Crimson Nepotism continues. I'm going to play you a track called Paint Me Red while I go hunting some underpants. Hunting wild underpants. All right, there you go. So yeah, a little bit core, but you know what? There's a huge chunk of great sort of new metalcore, emo, screamo. I mean, we don't call it that anymore. But there's just sort of a real resurgence of that sound. And you know what? I'm here for it. And I really quite like that track. Yeah, Viking Adventure, I totally love that idea, and I'm going to explore the underpants thing. And I will say, for these hot nights, I gotta order myself one of these for sure. What happened? What did happen? What has happened? Is nothing okay? Is everything bad? What has happened? This is not metal. Listen, Sepsin, you need to understand. Oh, it's the end of the show. Right. Forgot. People in Discords. Move over. That's right. My show has a 2-hour limit on the Discord. There we go. So we will stake a little bit longer because I do want to play you guys some Hammerfall, and I want to play you guys some Lunar Shuttle. 2 more tracks. But yes, I will work on some more merch. The store is actually, I know I said already almost done, but it is actually almost done. And like I said, I still gotta send Mariano a shirt, and there's lots of stuff to do. But I want to get the merch up and kicking. I do. I want to get it up and going. Back to Trovo! Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to look and see if I can find some more Trovo add-ins. A new phone, who dis? Oh, hey, hi! Oh, hey, yo, oh, hey, yo. Exactly, we're doing it. It's after hours, kids. It's after hours. So, yes, I will actually even attempt to see if before the end of the show I can make the underpants here. Oops, sorry, that's me, my bad. The PC is shitting an ever-living brick. So, 2 more tracks. We're going to do it. One of them is one of my favorite songs. And I don't know if you can tell. You can't really tell on the overlay, but I am bright red. I am so hot. I'm so uncomfortable right now. Doesn't matter. We continue. It's fine. We're fine. Shh, it's fine. Everything's fine. So I want to play you something by a band called Hammerfall. And Hammerfall is a really important part of my early I am very flushed. I honestly am. They were formed in Gothenburg in 1993. Now, Gothenburg, we've talked about on this show many a time before. And for those of you who are big metalheads, you know, no spill bottle. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, pinch that shit. Gothenburg is known for the Gothenburg sound. It is known for death metal. And you guys know that this is something that is absolutely 1,000%. It was empty. It was my water bottle. Everybody's worried. This is my sloth water bottle. My Amazon rainforest sloth water bottle. Everything's fine. Nobody died. The breeze is trying to come into the room. That's all. It's good. We're good. We're all fine here now. How are you? So, listen, Hammerfall came out of Gothenburg in the early 90s. Now, in the 90s, what was happening? You guys know 1,000%. In the 90s, we were moving into that space where death metal and black metal was growing out of control and across Europe, and especially in Breeze. Yeah, Claudette is here with me at all times. Beautiful Breeze. You can't tell, but it's up there on the shelf. An awesome... she made a cameo bust of me, and she sent it to me, and it's this beautiful skeleton head profile image of me that she sculpted and sent it to me in the mail. It's fantastic. So it stays with me always. Breeze is always in my heart. Listen, we're going to finish this up. So in the 90s, wave of satanic panic across the world, actually, but centered in the heathen Norwegian territories and moving outwards across Europe. So yes, church burnings and freakouts and black metal and death metal and all of the stuff that was really scary and we didn't know what to do. And yet, in Gothenburg in the early 90s, there was a band called Hammerfall forming. And they create this fun, traditional heavy metal, and it has this thunderous sound, and they love the idea of thunder and the power inherent in metal. And yeah, I will let you guys see, but I have to go climb up on my couch to get it and pull it off the wall and hopefully not die. And I'm also wearing some inappropriate shorts today. They don't fit very well, and they're also basically like, you can't tell, but they're just a waistband. So, you know, they're not appropriate. So I gotta be careful climbing around because it's hot, because it's fucking hot. Everything is hot. It's hot, kids. So my whiteness that you've now all seen, I'm going to play you a track by Hammerfall. And this actually originally, no, I can get it. It's just, it's the whole, remember, I have to be careful on camera. So Hammerfall, they have this one track that speaks to the absolute heart of me. And when I was originally, I was working on a mix. That, a mashup of songs, of really annoying songs. I violated the terms of service. I know. I'm sorry. Who cares? They gonna kick me off for that? I'm gonna run over there holding everything shut with my giant, whatever. So listen, Hammerfall has this track called Crimson Thunder, and I love it. And I've been listening to it since probably the two captured the bush. You'd have to have a bush to capture it. So yeah, since the early 2000s, there was, Hammerfall, and it's this sort of heathen, thundering, folk, epic metal. It's largely power metal, and honestly, they are fantastic. They have a sound, Hammerfall the second you hear it, and I'm going to play you the title track off of an album called Crimson Thunder, and it's a perfect match for everything. I love it. It's a fantastic track, and I've actually been working for many a moon on a on a mashup between it and some other tracks that I really love. One of them being some hair metal tracks, and I know it would drive Sepson absolutely insane. However, we're going to listen to it before we get to the last track of the night, and the last track of the night is a longer one. So we're going to do it. We're going to play Crimson Thunder by Hammerfall. It is the Crimson Nepotism birthday stream. Yay! And I don't know. We kind of got to figure out. We've been talking so long about giving merch away that we never really figured out. Who it is that's getting the merch, or how we're picking, or if we're even giving away merch, or if it's going to be underpants. I mean, nobody helped me. I can't do everything, guys. So let's just play this track and go from there. Crimson Thunder on Fullforce Radio. It's the penultimate song of the night here before I literally burst into fucking flames.
In the dark, inside the fire, we are the eternal spark that will Follow the signs of the crimson thunder. Follow the signs of the crimson thunder. We will stay by your side. Let our voices be there to guide you. Follow the signs of the crimson thunder. We will stay by your side. Let our voices be there to guide you. Follow the signs of the crimson thunder. We will stay by your side. Let our voices be there to guide you.
All right, there we go. Hammerfall, Crimson Thunder. Fuck, I love that track. Follow the signs of the Crimson Thunder. Wow, wow. Leonis is here, is fucking around with me. And many of you are still watching, so thanks for hanging out for After Hours Crimsonclad. If you keep seeing my face panic, it is because my screen keeps going black and I clock up another percent point in dropped frames. We can only do this last song. So what we were saying is we were going to give away some merch and whatnot, and our fabulous fans, Mariano's already owed a t-shirt. I already got to send him one. He doesn't need to win anything. I literally need to send him one. Viking Adventure has been one of my very gracious merch testers, so I sent him a mug. Corbin, another very gracious merch tester, he got a fucking killer black metal beanie with the Crimsonclad logo across the front, because I was testing merchandise providers to make sure that they weren't sending out absolute bullshit, and it turns out they're not. It's pretty good quality. I'm pretty happy with it. One of the things that happens is a lot of these streaming platforms, including Streamlabs, have built-in merch sales, and they take a cut, and the quality is crap. And I really could not for the life of me send you guys garbage, especially if it becomes one of those things I put a store online. It would break my fucking heart. I don't want to charge you a lot of money. I want to support a local company, and I don't want to send you trash. So I've found fulfillment providers, and yes, they do indeed. You're still listening. Doesn't matter who's listening, it's fine. But the long and the short of it is I don't want to send out garbage. So I guess it sounds like we are going to give Sepsin a piece of merchandise of his choice. So yeah, Sepsin, hell, you know what? You're the only other one who said, yeah, I'm in. And you are one of the only ones who hasn't gotten a piece of merch for free or isn't on the docket to get a piece of merch for free. So while it would be much more fair to do a draw, given that a lot of people are fake news and are just chilling out in the background. So don't worry. I can show you some stuff. Probably just a shirt or a mug is probably a good option. But, anarchists started the underpants talk and we went full force straight towards the dicks. So it happens. So I'll DM you after, and you have to decide if you're comfortable giving me your address. If you're not, then we can work something else out, and I can have the payment provider. You want the mug? All right. I have a couple. Mug. It's a mug. It's a mug. We have a mug. All right. So we'll talk more about the mug if you want the Crimsonclad mug or you want a Fullforce Radio mug. Then we'll mug you. You will have a mug. It is a mug. You are a mug. Mugs for the mug throne. Skulls for the skull throne. So we have one more track to play. It is really hot. I'm going to die and my PC's going to die, but we are going to make an effort to finish off the Crimson Nepotism episode real strong. So I'm going to play you a track. You like coffee and beer. Crim mug. Done and done, sir. Absolutely. For corn. That's right. Oh, for Norn. What about for Crim? Blood for the blood god. Crim for the Crim god. So I'm going to play you something off an album called The Smokeless Fires, and it is one of my favorite albums of 2019, and it is not as heavy of metal as we've been playing, but it is a good fit here tonight. And so the band is called Lunar Shadow, and it is a slightly psychedelic metal-leaning album from 2019. It is awesome from start to finish, but I am going to play you a track called Red Nails for the Pillar of Death. Blood for the Blood God. Skulls for the Skull Throne. Mug for the Mug God. Crim for the Crim Throne. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could still be the Skull Throne. There's skulls everywhere. I mean, I always show you guys this in my office, but I've got, of course, the skull planters are still going strong. Happily growing plants. So these are delightful nonetheless. Thank you, Viking Adventure. They are being put to excellent use. Look at them growing happy little trees. But everywhere you go in my office and everywhere you look, there are little hidden skulls. Like in this plant right here. This plant, you can't super see it and you won't be able to, but it's a prayer plant. So at the beginning of the day, all of its leaves are down. And at night, it puts all of its leaves up. So you can see its leaves are up right now. And actually, if you can see just in the corner right here, what's this? When the leaves lift up, there's what's hiding in the dirt under the leaves. And I have them all over my house. There are skulls everywhere hiding around my house. Why? Because I said so. So we're going to do it. We're going to play Red Nails for the Pillar of Death. It is a little bit of a longer track. It is. And we're going to play it and we're going to do it. And then we will celebrate the end of the show, and hopefully, the quality of the stream has been okay. You guys have had fun. You found some music you like. Happy birthday to me. Congratulations to you. Another week in the books. Here you are, Red Nails, Black Hearts, Full Force. All right. My friends, red nails for the pillar of death. And that is, it's good. It doesn't sound as hard as it goes, but oh my goodness. Sleep thy walls, the ghosts of thy past, they scream. And Tokolmek, master of the pit. Speak the word and I shall kill. So yeah, this is actually about basically like early, I guess, Mexican, South American, the whole panhandle down there, gods and sacrifice. But yes, take their heads, tear out their eyes, slit their throats, truncate their lives, one for each man, a sorrow of ages, red nails for the pillar of death. Yeah, okay. All right. Sounds good. So there we are. There we have it. We have come to the end of the Crimson Nepotism episode. We will send out. Sepson did not bite on the underpants, which again sounds rude now that I've said it out loud. But yep, no underpants for another day. I will work on them because that's actually pretty cool. And we had a lot of fun. I am boiling, guys. I gotta finish it up. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, well, the Mossberg has a baby version, and so what it is it's quite funny because it's my favorite trap gun, and it looks exactly the same. It looks exactly the same as the big boy version, but it's slightly shorter because obviously my reach is not as far, and so I don't mind using a full-size shotgun when I shoot trap, but a lot of sort of tracking in trap is you have your gun, you bring it up to your shoulder, and you follow the arc of the clay. And it actually gets quite tiring to be waiting and to have a longer, heavier, shotgun for me anyways. It just is what it is. It's when I've got the butt planted, and that is harder for a woman because we've got a lot more going on here. It's harder to find our pocket. But when you get the butt planted in your pocket, to actually get out where you want to use that front grip, it's harder when you have short arms. So I have this fabulous little gun, this fabulous little shotgun, and it's so funny because I opened it and I'm like, oh yay, wee, fun, and then I took the thing out and it's a pamphlet about talking to your children about safe firearm usage. Amazing, Mariano. So with that being said, we shall continue on, and there is one bonus track on tonight's playlist, which I won't get around to playing. It's called The Sky is Red. It's by a band called Leprous. I will leave it on the playlist. I will get that all sorted out. I'll make it public and everybody can use it. I'll update the Fullforce Radio website. Thank you for making the birthday episode a lot of fun, guys. I gotta go. I'm dying. I'm absolutely dying. The birthday week, the birthday celebrations continue. And we will be back next week. Back next week for another Fullforce Radio. My name is Crimsonclad, and I shall indeed, I will see you later. My little feather here. I will see you later, and I will DM Sepson later on. I'll see you next week. We will we'll check out some of the stuff that's going on. But yeah, bit of a banger of a show. What can I say? Crimson Nepotism for all, and to all, a good night.